It's Asim Ansari. I hope we all are fine. Today, we are going to cover another important topic of chemistry, that is extraction of copper. As we know that metals are extracted from their ores. There are various types of ore, as well as we have studies in the aluminium that there are few ores of aluminium, out of which the cheapest ore was used for aluminium. Similarly, there are many ores of copper, such as copper pyrite, chelopyrite, and other so many. But we use copper pyrite ore for the extraction of copper. You can see that is copper pyrite ore, and the formula is CuFeS2. It is the ore which is cheapest for copper. It is known as sulfide ore of the copper that contain approx 6% of copper. It has a high amount of sulfur, and sulfur is removed gradually in the form of sulfur dioxide step by step. Okay, now the steps that are involved in the extraction of coppers are, you can see, concentration, roasting, smelting, basimerization, and finally the refining of copper. Okay, now we are moving towards concentration. Concentration means to increase the amount of the copper without changing the copper. It's mean we don't have to touch the copper, but we have to decrease the impurity. We have to decrease the contamination in this process. Okay, the process that is used for the concentrate, it is known as froth flotation process. It is known as froth flotation process. In this process, the sulfide ore is crushed and mixed in a liquid that contain pine oil. Okay, that is the solution that contain pine oil and our powdered sulfide ore. Okay, you can see a pipe. You can see there is a pipe in this container which is used to blow the air. When the air is blown, so all the sulfide ore particle move upward, move over there, and the gangue particle or the impurities left at the bottom. It means we did not touch the ore, but we decrease the amount of impurities or gangue particle, and by the reduction of gangue particle we increase the concentration of the ore. Okay, now the ore has been concentrated. Now move towards the next, which is roasting. Other processes, roasting, smelting, basimerization, they are done in a furnace where heat is supplied. You can see the ore has been concentrated. It is the ore which has been concentrated. It is heated with the help of oxygen. You can see when this ore is heated with the oxygen, it produced copper sulfide, ferric oxide, and sulfur dioxide gas is formed, which is removed from the container, from the furnace. Sulfur dioxide gas is removed. Now our product has two compounds, number one copper sulfide and number two ferric oxide. You can see other than copper, sulfur, ferric oxide, all are considered as impurities. We have to remove all of them. These are basically external impurities. There are also some impurities which are hidden, such as arsenic and antimony. You can see arsenic and antimony are the impurities which are not visible in the formula, but they are present. So when the ore, concentrated ore, is roasted, so oxygen reacts also with them and form volatile solids, volatile oxides, such as arsenic oxide and antimony oxide. They are volatile in nature and they remove from the furnace. Okay, now we have two compounds, number one copper sulfide and number two ferric oxide. We have to remove one by one ferric oxide, oxygen and sulfur. Now we are moving towards the next stage to remove ferric and oxygen. You can see the next stage is smelting. In smelting, the roasted ore is used, and in this method we use silicon dioxide. What does it do? Basically, silicon dioxide reacts with ferric oxide and form ferric silicate. And ferric silicate is basically slag. Slag is the medium which lie on the upward of the liquid stage and easily can be removed from there. Hence, ferric oxide has been removed with the action of silicon dioxide. Now, we have copper with sulfur. We have to remove sulfur also, so that you can see the back page. sulfur dioxide has been removed, ferric oxide has been removed. Now we have to remove the sulfur to obtain copper. We are moving towards removing sulfur. The container, the furnace that is used for the next process is known as Bessemer converter, and the process in that container is known as Bessemerization. Okay, you can see it is pearl shaped vessel that contain tubes which blow hot air. Okay. Then molten tray where copper sulfide forms copper and can be drained out from the air. Okay, slag, if some ferric is remaining, so it can form slag over here also with the action of silicon and easily remove. It may not be possible that ferric is present or not present. Okay, the main task is to remove sulfur from the carbon. Okay, now we have introduced our ore in that converter, and then smelted ore is introduced. You can see the copper sulfide that is remaining from the roasting process. It oxidizes or heated to form copper oxide, and the sulfur dioxide that will be formed, it will again remove. I already told you it is sulfide or sulfur will remove as sulfur dioxide step by step. Okay, now we have copper oxide. It is produced copper oxide, and it is, you can see, remaining copper sulfide. Remaining copper sulfide and produced copper oxide react in each other to form sulfur and oxygen combine to form sulfur dioxide. Again, sulfur dioxide gas is removed and the product is copper. This copper is not 99.99% pure. It is known as blister copper. It is not 99.99% pure. It is known as blister copper. Now the thing is that how is the blister copper is seen. Now you can see the blister copper. It is the blister copper. The surface is totally uneven of this copper. Now the question is that what are the reason of these blisters? What are the reasons of this blister? Now the answer, you can see when copper has been formed, sulfur dioxide gas has also formed, which is removing from the reaction. When sulfur dioxide gas removed from the reaction, immediately the solidifying of copper disturbed to remove sulfur dioxide. Hence, sulfur dioxide gas does not completely escape out and form blister on the surface. You can see the reason. When copper metal undergoes solidification, sulfur dioxide gas remove at the same time. At the same time, the solidification and the removing of sulfur dioxide gas take place. Some sulfur dioxide do not completely escape out due to solidifying of copper, and it is the reason for the blister of coppers. Okay, now we are moving to purify it up to 99.99% purity. The method that is used for further purification is basically electrolytic process. In electrolytic process, we know that when an ore is present in the container, so the positive ion will move toward the negative ion will move toward the positive electrode, and oxidation and reduction process take place. The ore that we have obtained, that is 99% pure, which is known as blister copper, it is used as anode. Anode means the positive terminal of the battery is connected with that electrode, and the pure copper works as cathode because it connected towards with the negative terminal of the battery. When the electricity is switched on, copper plus 2 ion move towards that copper, and finally the copper plus 2 ion form copper by means of addition of electron. When the electron has been added, the copper 99% has been converted into 99.99% pure copper. One by one, all the copper ions will move towards there, and the remaining impurities, which are known as anode mud, they will be settled on the bottom. You can see these are anode mud, which are impurities. So the copper has been extracted over there. We can use copper by removing from this electrode. Okay, students.